Good morning. It's about 7 a.m. Been lying in a bit. The slope that I pitched the tent on has been causing me to slide down it, but it's sideways, so it's not a big deal. Just had to scoot over the whole time. Keep sliding towards that side. I'm all up against this side. Anyway, there was some loud voices and music and stuff last night. It was Friday last night, so I assume people were out drinking and stuff. And which is fine. I mean, no one bothered me who came up to me or anything. Just didn't realize I was so close to anyone. So I didn't see any houses or anything. Anyway, I need to decide if I want to do like 2 trips or 2 days for that stretch between towns. That's probably what's going to happen. I'm about 30 kilometers away from the next town, Vryheid. And then the town after that is another 100 kilometers away. So I'll probably end up splitting that into like 70 and 70, or give or take. But the alternative would be, obviously, if there's like a library in Vryheid, I'll probably want to spend a day there. But if there's not a library, there's no point. I actually think it would probably just be best to just keep going. Because Vryheid's the last big town I'm going to see until I get to the coast. And then where I'm coming out, it's not a big town or anything. So there probably won't be signal or, PowerPoints or anything there. I don't know. So then we'll have to keep going another day or 2 or 3. I don't even know how far to get to a town. But we'll have signal again. So I guess I'll just keep going and, kind of just wing it. I found that when I plan too much, I tend to change my mind too often. I just go and do it. It just happens. Anyway, I started getting stomach cramps last night before I stopped cycling. I was coming up this very long, these hills I've been experiencing yesterday were just never ending. And this last one was extra difficult because of the stomach cramps. So I started looking for a place to camp a little early. It was about 5 in the afternoon when I found this spot. And the cramps obviously were from a lack of toilet. Because when I came through the last town, I passed 3 petrol stations, and the last one was the only one with a toilet in. But I didn't feel safe leaving my bike outside with that one. Because there were a lot of people and they could have jumped on bakkies and stuff with my stuff, or in taxis and stuff. So I didn't feel safe, so I just kept going. And then when the cramps hit last night, I just had to stop. I had no more choice. Yeah, anyway, so let's get up, start packing up and get going. All packed up, ready to go. It's like I was never here. Over there, just need to strap that last bungee cord and then I'm good to go. I have significantly less stuff now than when I started this trip, because I somehow lost or forgot that one stool. And the other day, during the rainstorm, the shoes, I was carrying like a pair of sandals and a pair of tackies as well, like sneakers. With the thinking was that if I come somewhere after a long day cycling to a camp spot or whatever, and my feet hurt, I'd want to take off these shoes and put some comfortable shoes on. And it's never happened. I mean, after about, I don't even know, it's a few hundred kilometers already. I've never, as soon as I get to the camp, what I do is once the tent is pitched and everything, I'll just get inside the tent and take off the shoes. So I've never used any other shoes than the ones that I'm cycling with. And so I decided to just get rid of the shoes that I brought that was extra. So I just gave them away the other day. And so I've got less weight in that regard. But I'm still carrying a lot of garbage and stuff with me. Like, if I'm leaving a campsite, obviously I want to leave it the way I found it. So when you have canned food like baked beans and sauce and stuff like that, you have to kind of carry the can with you until the next town so you can throw it away. So that's the main reason why I don't really like the concept of canned food, but because of the weight. I mean, the canned food full is already heavy, but even when it's empty, you still have to carry that can with you. There's a pretty cool spider web over there. I want to see if I can catch a closer look. Maybe if it's... there's a path here. Let's see. Okay, let's rotate. Not sure if you guys can see, but it's pretty massive. Anyway, can't really see it. Hi guys, I haven't cycled very far, but the cable ties that kept this bottle cage in place came loose. So the bottle shifted up against the wheel like that. I need to just tie them. They didn't break or anything, they just actually came out, as you can see. I don't know if you can see, but it just came out, which is weird. But anyway, I'm just going to tie that up again and then keep going. Hi guys, just a quick update. I sat here, it was more shade than it is now. Shade's running out. Anyway, I sat here cooking breakfast little late breakfast, but like I said, I wanted to get a few miles or kilometers under the belt before cooking or stopping to cook. But anyway, as I was sitting here, I don't know if it's the farm owner or the farmer's son or someone, but someone stopped here and asked me my story and everything, and then offered to fill my water bottles up, and they actually gave me another bottle as well. So this one and this one is full now with cold water, and that's so amazing in this heat. I'm just so grateful. But anyway, I'm gonna keep going. Now that I have cold water, I'm a little more motivated as well, and I've eaten, because I tend to start feeling sorry for myself with these uphills when I don't eat. And the hungrier you get, the angrier you get, and you know, it just weighs you down. So every time you feel like you're feeling a little depressed, you should actually just stop and eat, and you'll feel better immediately. So anyway, while I have cold water, I'm gonna hit the road. Just thought I'd you know, let you know about the generosity of strangers in the area. It's actually so cool. But yeah, I'm about 30 kilometers away from the next town, so I'm gonna hit that, and I'll probably make another video, or probably record something again when I get to town, or if I just go through it, I'll just go through it. We'll see. Anyway, catch you on the flip side. Hi guys, that looks to me like a tree root graveyard. You always think after they chop down all these trees, you know, they obviously leave the roots there, and then later they'll bring like a bulldozer to take the roots out and whatnot. So where do those roots end up? Apparently they make a mass grave of it, which is fun, I guess. It's starting to drizzle. There's a huge storm coming, as you can see over there. It's raining there, a bit over there, and it's kind of right on top of me now, so I have to keep going. Hi guys, as you can see, everything just got soaked. There's a thunderstorm. It's basically just one big thundercloud that passed by. There's a little bit of drizzle still left, but the sun's coming out again, which means the storm's pretty much passed and, you know, continuing on its way. I walked down to the road because I was lucky. As soon as the storm hit, you know, those first few drops started falling and I heard the thunder, I wanted to pull off immediately and get my sleeping bag, you know, covered so that it doesn't get wet, like with what happened the other night, because then I'm screwed. And as soon as I started looking for the first place to pull off, I saw this opening in the road just ahead there, and it just happened to be right next to a pine forest, you know, those plantations, which meant I could just pull off. I could just pull off and quickly cover everything. Now, I was a little late in pulling off. I probably could have pulled off a little further up the road, because I knew the storm was coming. It started drizzling and everything, so, but I was still climbing an uphill and there was no cover or anything. So as you can see there, I came from there. There was no cover. And the reason I wanted cover, although they say it's dangerous to sit under a tree during a thunderstorm, it is without a doubt more dangerous to not have cover if the thunderstorm is a hailstorm, and there's no way to know if it's going to hail, you know, beforehand. So I looked for cover for the hail mostly, and as soon as I pulled off, cycled in there. Actually shouldn't have done that. That's not good for the tires. It's very risky. Well, they seem to be okay. I'll check it again before I leave. But I cycled in there and immediately covered the sleeping bag, and then it started raining a little harder, so I got soaked. Then I took a second bag to put over the backpack. The backpack that's on top of the pannier bags also got wet. and obviously I was soaking wet. I had by that time not put on the raincoat, so I mean I got a bit wet, but on the flip side it is a decent shower. By the time I put the raincoat on, I was soaking wet, and I just made the most of it. I was like, well, why not? It's a shower. It's a cold shower, but it's a shower nonetheless. So hi guys, made it to the top of a hill, and honestly I'm in a bit of a bind now. There is one huge storm on its way from the front, like the way I'm headed. It's from there. If you look at those clouds, compare them with this telephone pole, you'll see that it's moving towards me, and that's not just one storm cloud, that's going to be a massive storm. So what I'm thinking is that I need to set up camp somewhere now so that I'm safe when the storm hits. There's ample space next to me. You know, there's a whole forest area next to me, and I can probably get away with it if I sneak in there, but it is very early. It's like 2:30 or something. Let me just check. Yeah, 2:30. That's very early. And this road is quite busy as well. Anyway, I want to cook something as well. As soon as the storm hits, I won't be able to cook, and I only have one more can of baked beans left, I think, which means if the storm hits, I'm a meal short, because I can't make a fire in this storm. I'm gonna just have to take my chances. There's just too many people here now. Like, there's a cyclist over there, a local young kid, which obviously means that he lives nearby, and if he sees me going into the forest, he's gonna know and he's gonna tell someone. So I'm just gonna wait a bit for that to clear up. Maybe cook quickly. Yeah, I could probably get away with cooking something now. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Guys, this is such Murphy's Law. I just finished pitching the tent, put everything inside, and the sun came out. And it's clear skies that way. So I basically just got like a little the end of the storm just passed over me, like one of the sides or something. There's still a lot of thunder and stuff, but it's moving away from me, and I'm just, I don't know, that's just weird. It got me to pitch the tent right here for no reason. The tent's up. I mean, I can still do a few of the ropes I can tie down and stuff, but other than that, it's pretty much done. And after all that effort, you know, it's just, that's it. And it's only like 3 p.m, so there's like 6.5, almost 7 hours of sunlight left, or daylight left. You know what, I'm just gonna call it a night then. I don't know, I'm gonna cook right here. I'll move away everything because it got wet. It shouldn't it shouldn't be in too much danger. I should be okay if I do that. I'll make a fire, I'll cook lunch, and then go to bed. Well, crawl inside. I'll probably read a bit. Yeah, and then just take a rest day. And then tomorrow I'll head into town, see if they have a library so I can charge up my stuff. And if they don't have a library, I'll just keep going. Just fill up on water and keep going. Because once I leave that town, there's nothing in between for another 100 kilometers. So anyway, that's just so my luck. What the hell? Anyway, let's cook something. Maybe I'll feel better if I've got a full stomach or something. I don't know. So instead of cooking in the forest, I just decided to eat the can of baked beans. I'm only about 10 kilometers outside the town. I checked. It's 9 or 10. I can easily do that in an hour tomorrow morning, regardless of all these uphills. Now this campsite is at a bit of a slope. I don't know if you can see that. And then the slope is like, it's sloping in two directions. So one corner is going to be high, and then it's sloping in both directions. So anyway, I just want to explore this forest a bit and see what's... So I don't have the best spot. I'm very close to the road. I don't think they'll see me, but I obviously picked this spot in such a haste due to the rain that it is in all probability not the most ideal location. So I just want to check, because this is a pretty cool forest actually. I just want to go a bit exploring a bit. Look at that. No, I'm pretty sure they won't see me at that spot. There is a chance that they could, but I'm sure they won't. But then, it's also very hard. Like here, there's rocks and stuff, and because it's a road, or it was a road, you know, it's very hard. Unfortunately, all the good spots are the roads between, you know, all the spots that aren't like full of plants and whatnot are the roads in between these trees. And the further down I go, the less visible I'll be from the road, but I'll also have to come back up at some point. This is pretty cool, look at that. Very uneven ground. It's odd that they'll plant them in rows on such uneven ground. Well, they always plant them in rows. I guess it doesn't matter about the ground. Blackjack leaves. So many of them. It's supposedly, if you cook the leaves, like a substitute for spinach. I've tasted a leaf, you know, just like that, from the plant, uncooked and everything. And to be honest, it didn't taste that great. Yep, it still doesn't taste great. Probably better if you cook it. It does have a rather grassy taste actually, which in itself isn't bad.
Don't know what it'll taste like if you cook it, but anyway.